Alright, there we go. Is this what you like? You're very welcome, sir. I'm new to this shenanigans, so I appreciate the help and feedback. Alrighty. Okay, there. Well, no. Huh. It was already here. Oh well, I gotta change it. This is all chunky. Ooh, shoot. Interesting news. Alright. Just closing up some tabs. Yeah, that's fine. Nope. Alrighty, so this is kind of what our steering wheel looks like. FSAE rules dictate that basically you can't have any concave surfaces. So hence, we kind of have to bridge this over, or there isn't really a cutout here for a screen on the dashboard. It's FSAE. They are particularly particularly strict on safety. So there are a lot of rules. In fact, the rule book is, let's see, approximately 139 pages long. Well, you actually can't see my screen now that I realize it, but I shall dictate the actual... Alright, there we go. I'll try and dictate the actual rules that talks about the steering wheel. Alright. Front hoop. Okay, interesting. So I'll give you the general rules that they've given us on the steering wheel. Basically, in any angular position, the steering wheel must meet T.1.4.2, which basically is, how do I explain this? The FSAE car has a bunch of roll hoops. So the one all the way right up front, I would say that usually goes around the driver's hips, or kind of the very start of the cockpit where the driver kind of sits in. That's called the front roll hoop. And lovely music. And the roll hoop that goes above the driver's head, kind of like what you would see on a Formula 1 car, or what their intake would usually be. Now, Formula 1 cars have a halo. At one point I'll probably be better at explaining things with a more visual style, but we're kind of dealing with the shenanigans today. But yeah, long story short, the main roll hoop is giant big hoop that goes above the driver's head and helmet. Front roll hoop, which is kind of like right where your thighs would be, and basically the steering wheel at any operating position, whether you're turning left, right, or just going straight, needs to be under that, so that in the unfortunate case that you have a rollover or you somehow manage to go upside down onto a barrier and hence I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it, because that would be a terrible crash to have and an injury. What they basically want is that when you roll over, or in the unfortunate scenario that you roll over and something manages to kind of poke in, kind of like an edge. If I have any examples, I will try my best to show you. Let's see. I should have some photos of our car. You know what? I'm gonna do something a little risky today. There you go. Hello, everyone. So, let's see. So yeah, this is an example of the car or the frame. So this long structure right here is called the main roll hoop. It basically protects the driver. In this case, this little guy is called Percy. That he basically represents a 90th percentile human slash driver. Basically, you're basically a really tall dude or lady. And basically what Percy is just a template. It's used as a guide to kind of make our frame slash cockpit for these FSAE cars. And so what goes over his head is called the main roll hoop, and the one that goes kind of where this line connects, if you can see it, is called the front roll hoop. And of course there's another roll hoop. And basically a fun little thing about roll hoops is that, this should be all one tube. Not all the way down. They kind of start from this corner, go all the way around, and then end at the other corner. So I will try to show you a photo. I'll take this one. Yeah, this one for example. So you can see how it starts from this corner, goes all the way around, wraps, and ends right there. So this is kind of like the allowable part because you gotta bend a tube. And so that can be these edges can be welded, but any of these corners, these radii, it should all be one tube, no cuts, no corners. This is a base representation of what basically a car looks without any wheels, suspension, stripped down, bare bones, and of course not the most recent design. This is way back in the day, but this is a good, I would say, representation of what I'm trying to show you guys. So, the FSA rules. Let's look at them, shall we? So yeah, T.1.4.2 is this. Is basically the topmost point of the front roll hoop in any vehicle controls must stay below the topmost point in the front roll hoop in any operational position, which basically means your hand no go above this line. If it do, no tech compliant and no racing for you. Minus 99 social credit. But yeah. There you go. I mean, the steering wheel must be attached to the column with a quick disconnect. The driver must be able to operate the quick disconnect while in normal driving position with gloves on. The gloves, part of several PPE that we wear while we're driving the vehicle, or while the driver is in the vehicle, and PPE stands for personal protective equipment. It's basically kind of like masks from, the forbidden days. Basically what it does is it protects your personal self, hence PPE. But yeah, this is the most important rule, hence the reason why we got into this whole thing, is the steering wheel must have a continuous perimeter that is near circular or near oval. The outer perimeter of profile may have some straight sections, but no concave sections. H, figure eights, or cutout wheels are not allowed. So, back to this cowboy. Initially, so basically an H configuration would be these little bridges not being there. And what would count as concave is if we kind of made two little bumps for more thumb clearance. And those are the issues that we have. So the whole point of today's stream, or today's shenanigans, is basically making little grippos for this cowboy. And by grippos, I just mean this is our water jet aluminum steering wheel, an example of it, or a model. And the whole plan is to basically create something for the drivers to hold so that it's a little bit more ergonomic, easier to steer, because you're not going to be, you could use this, but it's going to hurt the driver during endurance runs or, when they're trying to go as fast as possible on the track to set their autocross times, which is basically like a time attack. You only get 2 laps per driver, and like you kind of go. It's like yeah, it's just a time attack. But yeah, alrighty. First things first is this body needs to be not that thick. Alright, how about I do this? Because I brought this in from SolidWorks because I'm too lazy to sketch this up all on my own again. Well, not again, but just do it in SolidWorks because it's a button and a half. What I am going to do is create a new component. It's basically going to be this. So our current steering wheel thickness is about 1/4 inch. So, good night. It goes away. And look, it's above the origin. Crazy. But yeah, so like I said earlier, the whole point of this is just to create nice little, just nice little cutouts. I wouldn't even call cutouts, just 3D printed grips. It's just ergonomics. It would hurt if you were holding a 1/4 inch plate in your hand and like really wrenching down on it. It wouldn't be any fun. And we kind of have to do this. Alright, I'm gonna take you guys back into the forbidden zone, or just straight fusion. Alrighty. Okay. Does this go behind the steering? Define this. This is the steering wheel. So we will have grips basically on this side, which would be facing the driver, and on the bottom side, wow. Yeah, and on the bottom side over here, away from the driver. So you're basically kind of wrapping your hand around these sections, and we need something to make this a softer edge, basically. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna make this my home actually. Set current views home. Alright, let's go. So basically what I'm gonna start off by doing is probably make a little measly sketch. So I don't know how to explain what I'm planning to do, but the best way I can put this is the way how we currently have the first iteration of grips. Well, actually I do have them, so I'm gonna stop this right now. Our first few grips, which you can see right here, well, you can't see them, but they kind of look like that. You know, they're pretty thin, not too bad, but again, whoa. Yeah, but then again, these pickle shit boys, they're not necessarily the most ergonomic. They still kind of hurt, especially around the thumb area, which is the main thing. For the most time when you're driving really hard, really fast, you'll oftentimes loop your thumbs if you're driving your own car, hopefully at a track, at safe speeds, or, you know, don't do dumb stuff, people. Oh wait, why am I alt-tabbing? Never mind. Basically, cool. Where was I going with this? Yeah, you would loop your thumbs around this particular, like, these two regions, and this gives you most of your torque force, or, well, just turning force, I'll call it that, because it's just easier for you to hold on over there, and life is better. Let's set this. Ooh. No. Okay. Alright, there we go. I think that's a better home position. So, let's begin. I'll start off by bringing just these in as an example. You know, I should probably show you guys how. This would be a good opportunity to just learn Fusion. So I'll just keep the complete display on and just remove that. Yep, that's probably better. Hopefully you guys don't do anything frisky. But yeah. Insert that into the current design, and you can see kind of where it sits, which is, ooh, not there. Oh, wait. Yeah, well, yeah, it actually sits right there. Never mind. But of course, that's not where it needs to be, so be gone. Okay. I'm gonna actually reinsert it into the drawing. Change that to 180. There's probably better ways of doing this, but I don't know them yet. So, y'all are gonna have to yell at me some other day. Huh. So, Fusion, I've noticed, doesn't really have a... Well, it kind of does have an assembly system, but... I don't know, I'm weird. I just haven't used it as much as I have in SolidWorks, or I guess it's not. You know what? Let's see how this goes. Simple, between two faces. Just position. Let's see how this goes. Whoa, look at that cowboy. Yep, that seems kind of right. And this will actually help quite a bit, but then, well, this is just a representation. I think I have to redo this all over again. Solely because I don't think I can, kind of remake these bodies, solely because of the way that they are. But yeah, I think this is probably a good, way of showing you guys kind of, what they kind of look like. So I'm actually gonna change this to an aluminum. Well, it's not anodized aluminum, that's for sure. It's just water jet, because we don't got a whole lot of money. It looks more like this, but polished satin. Yep, that's kind of probably what it is. More like, there you go, sir. Why are you white? Bruh. Said no one ever. I mean, it's definitely that component. Oh, well, I guess if we ever decide to render it... Jeez! If we ever decide to render it, it'll probably show up better, but as they say, YOLO swag, young money. Cool. Just gonna close the rest of these, because why not? Although I may need to come back to them some other time. Cool. Alrighty. Let's get schmoving. So one of my supervisors when I first started out in the engineering field, basically on my first co-op, or first actually paid job, my supervisor, who also worked in Fusion, told me a lovely little thing that I like to remember, which is the first thing you do in Fusion is create a new component. Don't just start sketching on the ground, although oftentimes I end up doing that, especially if I know it's not going to be an assembly. But usually when it is an assembly, the best thing to do is to have components. And so that's kind of what I'm going to start off over here, which is, this is going to be a fun little naming convention. I'll say this is the, rear, whoa, right, bruh, god damn it, caps lock. Rear right the parent here. I'll make that the parent. Although it probably should be something else. Can I rename you, sir? There we go. So you might be wondering, what happened? Why you'd become glass? Well, the answer is right here. You know, it's basically in the component tree or in this tree. You can choose what you'd like to be working on, and the rest of it kind of become like that, kind of translucent. If you want them completely gone, you can just press this, or there's probably a better. You can probably press this, or there's probably a better method. I don't know why it's still showing up. Usually it doesn't do that, but YOLO sway, I guess they say. Well, it's probably because the bodies are. Nope, that's fine. I don't know. Can I kill the body? Can I? Well, I could just do that, but let's just say you don't exist. Can I suppress you? Suppress. Well, can't suppress you. I'm gonna keep you up there. Okay, there. Well, again, I don't know why I'd be doing that, but YOLO swag. I should really stop saying that. All right. Let's start off on this grippo. That's the unfortunate aspect of this. And that's fine. Back. Oh, well, whatever. So these holes right here, they're basically for fasteners or basically anything else. Kind of go in. Yeah, basically just go in and clamp things to the wheel. Start. Well, how about this? Start over here. Thing is, we want this to be as kind of smooth and sharp at the same time. Really gonna be hard to explain what I'm trying to do. Good sir. All right. Oh, wait a second. Why'd you do that? Bruh. Okay, thanks. Probably have to do it. Oh no, that's not it. So interesting thing about Fusion is if you're making a line, and this is also the same for Siemens NX if you're familiar with this, is basically you can make a line like that. Cool. Very nice. But let's say if you want to make an arc without having to do the whole shenanigans of making an arc, you can just kind of. Okay, never mind. Guess I don't do that no more. What did it used to? Oh, I think if I start. Oh yeah, there you go. If you start a new line, kind of does that. Don't worry, guys. You're in safe hands. Totally the best teacher ever. So you might be wondering, like, what are these boxes showing up and shenanigans? Well, those boxes is what I kind of like about Fusion is that it snaps pretty darn well to, well, it just does pretty darn good stuff. I don't know how to explain it, honestly. Now, you might be wondering why I'm not dimensioning things and making sure that they're exactly where they need to be and whatnot. The answer is, I am simply following the contours of this cowboy right there, of the steering wheel that's made out of glass right now. So, technically everything should kind of align itself to it. But, as you saw with the blue lines, is that some of them aren't really liking that idea. But it's whatever, as I say. Oop, there we go. I have a lovely arc. Yeah, another reason why I really like Fusion is because it lets me do stuff like this. Like, oh, come on, come on. Where's the point? Where's the point? Where's the point? Where's the... Come on, there's gotta be a special point. Perhaps there's a spline? Who knows? Nope, go back. I guess I'll do this last. Oh, okay, I see how it is. Interesting. I guess it goes kind of... Okay. I guess it's just... It's probably better in SolidWorks, but now it is kind of doing its own thing over here. Let's see. Fusion, do your thing. Cool beans. So look at that. That's one whole thing. Interesting. You know what? Why not? Let's do a thing. Okay, how about we not do that? Alrighty. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting you guys can see my entire screen, which is kind of funny. Anyways, sorry about that. There's currently a fly running around my room. So if you randomly hear me clap, there was an attempt is all I can say. I guess we'll start here, sir. Yeah. Better. Oh. Okay. Yep, that'll work. Of course not. By the way, in case you're wondering, I wouldn't call myself a CAD expert. Hence, the reason why it's taken me 16 years to do this. But, you know, it is what it is. Ooh, I like that. Why did you... Yeah, very nice. We're making some progress slowly. Just getting all the real cowboys done. Why are you clapping? This is a no-clap zone. In other words, I don't really know what I'm doing here. No!
Oh, well, what's coming to you?
Bruh.
The world should go. And everything in it.
Ooh. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. That's the snap point, which I honestly couldn't tell you. Well, I know where the other one is. Well, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, is there a way how I can just project the entire thing on? Project/include. Project to project? Okay. What do you know? I don't need to do anything. I'm just that cool. Well, I don't know. Does this count? Can I? Okay, cool. I can do that. Will it let me do funky stuff? No, I don't think it will. Well, let's see. Whoa, okay, interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna turn that sketch. Oh, that's the entire sketch. Alrighty. I guess that's good in some ways. Well, let me try something first. Because the reason... Well, I have to come clean. I done goofed. What the done goof is that I'm trying to basically make a grippo out of this little section here. But to the keen-eyed, you'll notice that it's open. It needs to be closed for me to make a grippo. So that's kind of what I'm going to do right now, which is kind of close off sections, or at least a tiny section of it, and pray that it works. Wait, well, let me try this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so I just, long story short, I just need to close off this little cowboy. Can I kill the rest of you guys? Well, yes. Well, let's see. Ooh, I don't want to break you. That might work. Oh no, come back. Okay, how about this? It's manual mode. It's over for you guys when I can figure out automatic mode. That seems fine. Yes. Alrighty. Come on, Fusion. You know I don't want to do that. As with... Oh. Okay, fine. Come on. How about... come on! Oh. I guess... Oh. I guess that's how I started. Like I said. Well, I guess it just doesn't like that. You know what? I think this is a great opportunity to introduce you to my friend, Ark. I don't think this will be a center point arc, but it'll probably be a 3-point arc. So basically with a 3-point arc, you choose where you want it, and then you kind of do this little cowboy thing. I'm probably gonna make it like a perfect semicircle type beat. Ooh. Okay, I think it likes this one. Okay, so interesting thing is you can see this symbol right here, and if you were keen-eyed, you'll notice that it means tangent. Yeah. Yep. So basically, what I wanted to do is, kind of make it nice, you know? You gotta make a tangent that kind of curves in nice, and it does its whole thing nice and easy. So now, I'm kind of probably gonna do that. It could be better. I feel like this will be a little bit of a hard point, so I'm gonna change that actually. And will it be annoying to okay. So I have some of the fireproof quote unquote, well, not fireproof, fire resistant gloves that we use for competition. I currently don't have this printed out, so I can't test, which is unfortunate. But at some point, I have the skeleton for basically a 3D printing camera. There was an attempt. But currently I don't have it set up. I also need probably like a 10-foot, 20-foot USB-C cable to reach all the way to my printer and position the camera in such a way where my day-to-day shenanigans doesn't interrupt the stream for like 2 to 3 hours. I don't know. What shall we do here? I'll do another arc. You know, I can't tell whether this is the music from the stream that's talking or whether it's my roommates, but we live and we learn, don't we, gentlemen? Hey, yo, that's not right. Sir? Oh. Well, that's better, I guess. Can I make you a tangent? Will this mess? Yes, it. Well, okay, I'm happy that Fusion realizes that's not a smart idea. So, thanks, Future. Thanks, Fusion. Arc, where you at? And so you can kind of see where it's tangent on one side, but not on the other. So if I do, or I guess if I do, sorry, do that. Okay, so something about this line makes it a little funky. Wait, what's it doing? Why won't you? Oh, okay. I'm gonna make you tangent. Well, I guess it doesn't want to be. What? Oh, no. Delete that. We don't... What? Delete... What? I don't even know what you want. Oh, okay. It did it. Never mind. Okay. It just doesn't want to. Ooh. Can I figure something out? Maybe this might work. Tangent. You. Okay. It really doesn't want to work. I think it's probably because I have it mid-pointed. Well, that's just an X. Let me make a little construction line. So construction lines are pretty nice because, or I would like to say kind of important in the CAD/engineering field because it's literally a line that you make for construction. It's not quote unquote a real line. It's just something you can kind of put there and it disappears. It doesn't interfere with your sketch. It's great for indexing things. I use that word with quotation marks, which is, I guess another way of saying it helps you know where to put things. So for example, if I'm doing a rotational, a cylindrical or a kind of circular pattern, and I want to put things at particular radii or, you know, particular points. So I can basically sketch up, well, I'll do an example here. I can basically sketch up a little circle, and then in that, well, of course I would dimension this and just to make sure that's perfectly where it needs to be. And then let's say I would, let's make this little line like that. So let's say I want a circle here, a circle in an arbitrary place like right there, and a circle somewhere around that radius, but I want them in like different positions. Basically, you can create construction lines and just kind of put it, of course, dimensioning all of these in different weird, funky locations and basically do any other sort of, well, in this case, if you want to do an actual, yeah, if you want to make it, let's call it a solid or a real line for the sake of simplicity, you can kind of just do that. No, you're not a real boy. Okay, so this is an example. Construction. Turn that off. I really do like the sketch palette in Fusion. I wish Inventor, which is made by the same company, had it. Inventor is, I think, for more professional use, and Fusion is for more hobbyist and startup use. Also, I might get a little backtrack because, well, not backtrack, but I might get a little confused because sometimes I'm looking at chat and I'm also, looking at my stream. So, if you see me kind of just stop and just kind of put myself on pause, it's because I'm trying to figure out what you guys may be referring to or asking me a question about, because I don't know necessarily where my stream is at on your screens. So to me, time has passed. To you guys, I'm just coming around. But anyways, construction lines are these little dash boys. And so yeah, you can kind of use them to put things at particular angles. I'll give you an example here. Like if I wanted this and this to be at like a throw a number out in chat. 6 degrees from there. There you go. It's now exactly 6 degrees. And if I wanted this one to be an a random angle, then I'll probably put in like there, and Fusion, thank you, it does that. And so it's basically that much. Well, that number is probably that many revolutions and that's kind of where it is. So it'll help you placehold things, and this is something I used for I guess a project I'll be recreating on stream, because I kind of made it and then didn't really think that, well, to me it's a pretty cool thing, because it's using gears and planetary gear systems, or creating one. I wouldn't even know whether it is a planetary gear system. I'll just call it a ring gear system, because it doesn't really have a sun and planets. It just has a ring and planets. But back to this cowboy. Alright, I'll just make an arc. So yeah, we made a little construction line out of this, and basically that will help me pinpoint where I want this cow person to be. Alright, that seems kind of fair. Can I... Why do you not like this? It's no like. I don't know why it's no like. Wait. Well, it's definitely doing something funky here. I just really hope it's doing what I wish it kind of did what I wanted it to do. This is a coin. Well, delete that. Does that do anything? Nope, did nothing. Coincident with the... So if you kind of click and hold. Ooh, control point spline, interesting. Oh, okay. Well, I guess this one. Yeah. Hype train. Hype train. What are you guys talking about? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Like I said, I can't see my stream. I can only see chat. What's it? YOLO swag, I guess. Oh, for the planetary gear system. Oh, yeah. I'll probably do a whole little tiny segment fun thing. This will probably be the first time you might see a little bit of me, which is rather soon. Because I don't plan on having a face with this new little shenanigans thing. Words I really should stop using. Shenanigans. But yeah, I don't planning on having a face. I hope to never repeat what I just said in the exact same way I just did. But absolutely not. You'll see my hands. You know, my lovely scarred up hands. Let's call that fine for now. Okay, we need to do this. You see? Now that I bridged it off, you can see how this is a little piece of this and that is a little, you know. But why are you not at the working? Can you move here? No? Whoa, okay. Alright. She's gonna, whoa, okay. I'm gonna delete this segment because I don't know why it's not doing what I want it to do. So instead, I might do a little trick I learned. I wouldn't even call it a trick I learned. It's just a random thing you can possibly do if you're running into the same issue. Which is, once I... Well, I'll do this in the next step. Finish that. Please work. Nope, it... Why you no want it? Why, what? It's considering this a whole thing, but it's not considering this whole thing. But it's connected there and there. It's like almost like a negative. I'm not going to be creating a negative, I want a positive. Well, I don't know. Let's give it a go. It does not. Well, yeah, it does this, but it doesn't want that. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Gotta love CAD, gentlemen. Perhaps it's this little member? I know you gave me a little bit of issues earlier. Oh, let me... Nope. There. Let's make you a little pickle boy. That sounds wrong. Hello? Well, it's not that. Where is it? Could it be you? Delete you? Come on. Okay. Well, now it isn't doing. Now it's not considering anything here. I wonder what's going on. Well, that's one sketch line. Well, what's the first one? 2, 3, edge. Interesting. Can I delete you? And... Oop. Oh, no, I guess I can't. Ooh. Interesting. Alright. It's doing something. I just don't know exactly what. Is that what we want? Again, it's creating a negative, which I don't understand why it's doing that. I don't think I have to close it all off. Is it these? It would be really funny if it was those. Nope, not those. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, let's see again. It's like the weirdest things. There's something I clearly do not know yet. So I guess I'll have to figure that out as we go. Okay, I just did a thing there. What did it create? Oh, okay, that's a sketch arc for some reason. Oh, because I held down the mouse. Oh, I'm getting some weird laggy boys. Is it lagging for you guys too? Just gonna rotate my cursor around a little bit. I don't recall it being that laggy. It's projected on. Oh, that did a thing, but again, what did it do? I guess that's fine. No! Well, one of the things you can do if you do kind of this funky little business is you might be able to make it a coincident, which basically means join it to another little piece. I think that's kind of on there. Go the clearly it does not want to go the other. Well, I just did another dingus type move. Excuse me. Where are you? Okay. This guy does not like being. Oh wait, it did its thing. Kinda. Where can I find you? Right there. Okay, that does nothing. I'm gonna make this a little bit more streamlined. Actually, I'm gonna probably join these two if I can. Yes, it'll let me. What a day. Let me join you two. Probably a better idea. Maybe can I? No. Okay. Now, you see the predicament I'll have here, or this is kind of like a little, a thing that I guess I have to take care of, which is, okay, not that. So like, kind of making it a soft line, you know? Because sure, we have this right now, and you can see how it's kind of like nubby. I kind of want to make it nice and something. Okay, nope. Well, ooh, this might be a better idea. Yeah, I think it'll be fine, I guess. Again, sharp corner, probably not the best, but I guess it is what it is. Or, let's try this. No, not that. Excuse me, sir. Madam. Okay, I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. I'll create an old work. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. You know what? I think that is a good configuration, I'll say. And I'm gonna make you kind of come out a little bit more. And we will eventually see what happens. Is that a good idea? So I'm kind of thinking about this, taking in the perspective, like while I'm designing this, I'm also kind of thinking of what it's going to feel like as a driver. You know, will this little nubby bit be really annoying? Because, you know, your palm will kind of wrap around this, I guess I'll call it a face for now. This kind of face of the steering wheel. So will that be kind of like a pressure point? Will it, you know, cause discomfort or possibly cause the steering wheel to kind of, I don't know, would it reduce grip? Just never know. Last thing we want is a cut glove, an angry driver, and a flipped car. So, yeah. I'm gonna try my best to help the driver maintain speed, asphalt, and talent. Because if you lose all three, you're in big trouble. Yeah, that'll probably be fine. Well, now that I do that, I think... So this is another fun little construction line thingamabob. If... Well... Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's about... Yeah, I'll say that's about centered. Well, it's not centered perfectly, but... It is what it is when you have things made by different people through SolidWorks. I'm just using this design because this is the design we decided. Design lore, let's go. Anyways. Yeah, I was just, thinking too hard again. Okay, so basically, this is a mirror function. Very useful. Back in the day, they didn't have... Well, they didn't have a whole lot of functions, to be honest. Everything was done, repetitively. But thanks to... I don't want to say advancements in technology, but just... I guess... more... What's the word? The further introduction of CAD, so that's computer-aided design software, into the workplace or just engineering environments, cause people to put in lovely functions like this mirror function. So rather than having to do this exact same long boy process on the other side, instead I just get to select the things that I want to keep, and then using a construction line or an actual sketched line. Of course, usually I wouldn't like to have these in here, but I'm not exactly too sure how to get rid of them. So yeah, basically you see the outline that I'm trying to create, and then use a mirror line. So this is what our construction line is here for. So you can see that currently the construction line is black. Usually when you probably saw it earlier where it was kind of orangish brown, I'm going to call it orange. So when it's black, it's perfectly defined. You don't need to add anything to it. That construction line isn't going to change if you push, pull any of the points or kind of like fumble around with it. And I'll give you an example soon. So now we have a little mirrored. Whoa, okay, interesting. Nope. Okay, no, it's fine. Nope, is it? It's doing a weird thing again. Huh. It do be doing a weird thing again. What's wrong, sir? Oh, it was all going so well. So SolidWorks has this thing where it kind of checks for gaps in the sketch, and it might be able to tell you where the gaps are. I don't know if Fusion has the same sort of function. But yeah, as I was going back, CAD design, back in the day, I would have to kind of redo this entire long, tedious process on the other side, and make sure that everything was kind of the same. But now we have these lovely things called constraints, and, you know, patterns such as circular, mirror, rectangular, and of course the one that you saw me use pretty early on, which was a project. So kind of like, you know, I was doing these all by myself. Luckily, on my first quote-unquote real job, I learned how to use the project function of Fusion. Well, in quotation marks, learned, because they kind of just told me like, hey, you can do this, and I was like, oh, okay. And so this one of the few times I've actually used it outside of that job. But hey, I guess I got it down. Okay, you know, like that. Remember, new component. Well, I guess in this case, because it's already within a component, I can call it a new body. So I don't exactly remember how tall they wanted this, but let's say that much. And how? So this is back at the yoke, or at the yoke grip, sorry, aka the grippo. So currently I've measured it, and it seems to be 1/4 of an inch. Judging by people's feedback, of course, a lot of things, when you're designing for ergonomics, you need a lot of feedback, a lot of tests from the people that are going to be using this, whether it's a machinist, an operator, a driver, or yourself. Ergonomics is all about, you know, making sure that it's just less strain on the body and more kind of easier to use, easier to hold. And it's quite interesting. My most recent job is as a continuous improvement engineer. And a good portion of continuous improvement is ergonomics, making the process as streamlined as possible. Uh-oh, what happened here? Yeah, as streamlined as possible, so that, interesting. What happened? Why are you not doing the thing I want you to do? Why? Ooh, I know this one. Or this song. I'm gonna take you back. Okay. But yeah, basically making processes as efficient as possible, so that operators, it basically ups the efficiency of the production line. So currently I work at a facility that runs 24/7, which for me that's a first, and that's rather an impressive feat. I know a lot of people that probably have more engineering experience or more real world experience kind of are like, oh yeah, that's just normal, especially for a high throughput, or I guess high production volume, yeah, type of deal. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So this is the fun part, which is this. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I needed to make that mirror, and I guess that's a good thing because I probably won't need it. But I wonder if I can make this a little body. I can. All right, cool. So Fusion has this nice little thing, or like kind of. Let's see what it's called. It's not. Okay, never mind. It's basically a little. Oh yeah, here we go. Little form. There we go. Basically, you have these faces that you can sort of edit, IRL in some sort of way, and it's, I would say, a good tool to have, or yeah, I'll call it a tool. It's just really nice because you can, rather than having to know exactly what you want and where you want it, equation wise, or having, proper dimensions, you can just kind of press and pull, quite literally, the face to where you want it. And we might use this today, we might not, who knows. So for starters, I'm probably gonna round off a lot of these edges. Fusion, please cooperate. Is that what I want? Nope. Back. There. Yeah. So, ooh. Okay, it doesn't like that. Oh, I don't want you to do 11 edges. I just want you to... Okay. So, tangent chain basically just means, chain the edges so that they're all kind of the same. Well, no, I'll leave that one out because that's kind of where it'll start changing. And the rest of this will probably be the same. Okay, if I can not do that. Come on. Okay. What is going on? Why is it doing that? Quarter of an inch. Okay, so basically what I'm learning is Fusion don't like that. Or I guess it's just not a good idea to do that. See, I don't like how it turns into this high point here, so... Ooh. Huh, interesting. That is interesting for sure. What did I do here? Okay, 2.254. Okay. I guess it's probably a better idea to do a 0.25. Yeah, I'll leave it at 0.25, which is the exact height of this. And for this side, probably the same. What the hell? Take care, engineer. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being so active in the chat. You are technically the first person to ever write a message in my chat. I'll put you in the Hall of Fame eventually. I am the procrastinating engineer after all. That don't look too right. Cancel. How about this? Boop. And boop. Okay, did not like that. It really doesn't like that at all. Good to know. Just fill with that. Technically, I should do it the other way around because this is where your thumb is going to grip onto. So again, you got to really think about, you know, yourself holding this thing. Like, is it going to be nice? Is it going to be terrible? You would usually want to, I guess, round off this entire area just so that it's easier to hold. Of course, you like to give me issues. What's wrong? It just doesn't like this edge. Fill it. What in the world is happening here? God knows. Will it work? No, it won't work. It doesn't like it. Well, perhaps if I do this and that, will that work? No, yeah, it'll kind of do its thing. I don't know whether this is a good idea or not. Because, yeah, that just does not seem right. Ooh, what does this do? Nothing. Whoa. Let me see if I can chamfer this then. No. So what chamfer means is basically kind of like take off or just kind of slope it or put it at an angle is the best way to explain it. But I think I gotta toggle this off. Nope, you don't like that. Oh, you like this? No, why are you doing that? Fine with this? Yes, okay. I guess a little. This one will be a little interesting to figure out per se. Probably before doing that, I should have chamfered this in. Now that I think about it, this entire thing might snap off because there's nothing really constraining it there. So I think this is a go back to the drawing board sort of situation. And the nice thing about Fusion is that you quite literally can. Once well, first I need to go back to the sketch. Excuse me. Nothing there. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Wait, hold on. If this is a... Oh, okay. Can I not make it one? Okay, never mind. Might have done goofed, but... You know, it's whatever. I'm gonna finish the sketch real quick. Gonna turn that off real quick. Edit sketch. That. And I will make a tiny little nub. What happened? I guess I gotta do this. And then dissolve. No. That's not what I wish to do. Body. Can I... I'm gonna undo that. I feel like that's a terrible idea. How can I make this one thing? Uh-oh. I did an oopsie. And I realized I haven't saved in a really long while. Not the very best. Well, GG's. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Yeah. I think we might have run into an issue here. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor. No, you can't. Ah. Oh, it's okay. I'll emergency veto this back. Yep. I think we might be SOL. Oop, out of luck. Well. I don't know. I guess I'll be right back. Well, still kind of brokey. Well, what an unfortunate turn of events. After an hour and a half of our tomfoolery, we have broken its brain. And frankly, I just don't know if this is going to be recoverable. I can try. This involves me going to my desktop, so I'm just gonna put on my censored screen. Yeah, that's right. Don't you dare touch me. Once I figure this out. Close the program. This is gonna be an interesting, whoopsies. Oh, wait. Yeah, that was Fusion closing. I forgore that I forbid you guys from, or forbade. Yeah, forbade you guys from seeing my desktop, so let's try and run Fusion up again. Recovery file, you say? Open. Okay, it kind of did its thing. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Perhaps not all may be lost, but I want to say possibly a good portion of shenanigans. Well, it's not that. Come on, man. What's the issue? Why can't I change you? It's not that. Well, I guess we'll have to figure this out a different day. I'm gonna save it for now, just so that we have something. I don't think this is what it was actually. That's definitely not what it was called, but it is what it is. It's been an hour and a half, and I have to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. It's technically past my bedtime. And, this individual needs to get some sleep, because I've had some terrible sleep for the past few days. Our air conditioning is kind of, gone to poop. But it is what it is. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys stay safe out there. And continue procrastinating. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.